Welcome to the Help or Be Brave podcast show, where we have great ideas on how you can help save lives. I'm Amy Ford.
And I'm Jessica Russo.
And today we're going to be talking to my dear friend, Robyn. She's kind of a legend.
She is a legend.
She's a legend at Focus on the Family. And I spent a lot of time with her last week. And I mean, we spend time with her all the time, but I feel like I'm in Colorado all the time. It's like kind of my second home right now, but it was fun spending time with her, and just all that they're doing in the pro-life movement at Focus is totally amazing. And I can't wait for you to hear about their grant program plus their big event that Embrace Grace will be at. Hey, Robyn, thank you so much for being on with us today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me on. This has been a joy. I was looking forward to it for a couple of weeks, so thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and I just got to spend time with you just a couple of days ago.
Yes, and you did an amazing job, Amy. Great job.
Thank you. I did tell Jim if he ever needs a co-host for the broadcast. I said, you might need a female, He was like,
my vote would be for you. Absolutely.
But anyway, but I'm so excited. We love doing all the pro-life things with you. Yeah. I always tell people that you're our favorite. And when we go to conferences and things, it's like, it's not like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? It's like, where are we going?
That's right.
Where are we going tonight?
Where's the Focus girls?
Yeah, right. But I would love for everyone to hear your why. I know it, but I want everyone else to hear it. Share with everyone your why. Like, why are you so passionate about life?
Yeah. Gosh, it goes back a long way. I'm going to age myself, Amy. So I had my own unexpected pregnancy many years ago. And, those same feelings, I think that every woman who finds herself in that situation has the fear, the denial, the, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And I remember being just scared to death to tell my parents. And my boyfriend at the time, and now husband of 42 years, was with me, and we told my parents. And I remember so distinctly my mom saying, okay, let's make a plan. Do you have a plan? And of course I didn't. I wasn't even really thinking clearly, at the time. And she said, let's make a plan. That was the instant that I knew our choice for life was immediate and final, because we had support. And Amy, I think that's why it breaks my heart to think about women who are in a situation. They don't feel like they have that support, and they feel like the only decision they can make is one that they might regret for the rest of their lives. And so I had the opportunity to come over to the Optional Ultrasound team 17 years ago. God was very clearly saying, now's the time to start telling your story. Because I hadn't really shared that with a lot of folks. There's always some judgment and some shame that comes with that. Unfortunately, from people who were close to me, or people in the church, that had said things that weren't real life affirming. And so I knew when the opportunity came to work with this amazing program, that it was an opportunity for me to put myself in that young woman's place and say, I've been where you are, and let's make a plan.
Oh yeah, and you are so good at just loving people well, and I know a lot of that is fueled by going through what you went through, but I would love, okay, so now you are actively serving in the pro-life movement, just dedicated your life to this. It's your passion, and I know everyone kind of knows what an ultrasound machine is, but they may not know the importance and the statistics of how it's such a great tool to help women be brave and choose life. Share a little bit about the ultrasound program and why it's important.
Yeah, we really were answering a very simple question. What could Focus on the Family do? What could our constituency do to really enter into, Amy, as you said, the pro-life arena? What could we do to help women choose life, more women choose life, and really drive down the number of abortions in the United States? And the answer was very clear, no pun intended. It was an ultrasound, because it's so easy to believe the lies that often we're told that it's not really a baby. And so that started a really crazy time at Focus. We really didn't know what we were doing or how we were going to do it. We just knew that we wanted to start partnering with pregnancy centers. Those are the folks that are on the front lines every single day. And so we started working with an outside consultant to say, how do we do this? What do we do? And that began the Option Ultrasound Program. And that is where we partner with pregnancy centers across the United States to get brand new ultrasound machines or do grants for nurses trainings. We say quite often it doesn't do anything to have a machine sitting there if you don't have a nurse who knows what they're doing. And then, of course, all of those scans are overseen by a physician. So we have a really comprehensive program to come alongside a pregnancy center and really help them understand what it means to start doing ultrasound, within their center. There's a lot of things they need to make sure that they're doing. But, Amy, one of the things that I'm most proud of through this program is the excellence and the desire to do things, with God's excellence when those young women come in there. We even have stricter rules than what a lot of abortion providers do. And so we know that the pregnancy centers who are doing this day in and day out really do care deeply for those women. They care about their health, and what they are doing is actual health care, where they're providing that scan, they're providing that pregnancy test, and then they're talking that woman through all of her options. I say, when you go to an abortion provider, they give you one option. That's not choice. Those are not choices. And we do at the Pregnancy Center talk about all the choices that are in front of her and helping her make the best decision for her, which we know is life. And so I've been with the program from the beginning, 17 years, and I have seen amazing things happen where women who are really abortion determined come in and they instantly feel safe. They instantly feel welcomed and not judged because of the men and women who work at those pregnancy centers. And then that health care, it's done by a medical professional. She is getting the best information she can get. And we see hearts melt, and we see eyes being opened in that woman choosing life because she sees the picture of her baby on that screen. And that's something that you can't look away from. And so I've just seen amazing stories of women and men. They're the fathers of the baby coming in and looking at that screen and saying, oh, that's my baby, that's my kid. And they change their minds as well. And then you see these precious people making a decision for life, and that's our goal at the end of the day, is just to see them choose life and know that that's the best decision for them long term.
Yeah, it really is awesome. And me and Jessica just finished leading an Embrace Grace semester, and one of the alumni, which I thought that was so sweet, she started this little side hustle of making necklaces that you can put like the picture inside. Yeah. It's kind of hard to describe, but she asked for all of the moms' sonogram pictures, and she gave them all a necklace with their sonogram picture.
Sweetest gift
I
ever.
know, so sweet. But so I was collecting them all to get them to Tiara, I was just amazed. My youngest is 9. It just seems like every year they just get so much more advanced and high tech. And I mean, I was amazed by all of these sonogram pictures because it's like you can't argue this is a little baby. And just seeing some of their face, all of these Embrace Grace girls are at different stages of their pregnancy. Some were just barely, and then some were like a full 3D sono with the face, and you could see the chubby cheeks, and oh my goodness, it's a miracle.
Embrace Grace is proud to collaborate with Focus on the Family at their See Life 2021 event. This social media episodic journey begins on July 16th, covering topics around the pro-life movement to help educate, equip, and empower the family to love every heartbeat, ending in a live finale event at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas on Saturday, August 28th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. For more information and to learn how to register, visit focusonthefamily.com/C-life.
Absolutely. And, Amy, it just reminded me of something. When we were together last week, we had the joy of meeting Nakia, that precious
She was
mama.
amazing, which we just sent a love box
sweet.
to her. We just mailed it yesterday.
Oh, nice. Well, remember what she said. She said she was so nervous that she wasn't going to bond with her baby. And then I saw her put her hands on her tummy, and she said, as soon as I saw that ultrasound, she's like, I instantly bonded. That's my baby.
Uh-huh.
And isn't that just the Lord's way of using technology? I always think science and that technology is beyond, what we understand. But those moms see the picture of that baby and they instantly understand that's their child. And that's the beauty. That's why we do what we do. And, I am blown away over the last 17 years through just really rigorous statistics that we gather from the pregnancy centers that got a grant from Focus. More than 470,000. Let that sink in a sec. 470,000 women have chosen life for their babies. That's nearly 1 million people whose lives have been impacted because of ultrasound. And so we know that it works. And we know that those pregnancy centers use that tool, not in a way to be coercive, but they use that tool in a way to say, this is what's going on in your body, and this is your child. And then we talk through her value, the value of the baby she's carrying, and we want her to know she's loved and she's valuable and she's made in the image of God, and so is that child. And ultrasound, to me, that just cements what she is thinking when she goes in and says, will this be a baby? Can I see? Like these chubby cheeks. I've been in the room when I've seen the baby, like doing gymnastics or sucking their thumb, and they have that little personality. Instantly, you see that little personality shine through. And I even had, I was in the room with the dad, and he said, I hope she has my nose. How precious is that he's already thinking, I hope it's a girl, and I hope she has my nose. And so to see that connection made between mom and dad and that baby, there's nothing like it.
So true.
Oh, my goodness. It's a window that reveals truth.
Yeah. And you can't argue with truth.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Focus on the Family has a really big event coming up very soon, which we are so excited about. See Life 2021. And also, let's talk first just about this. Me and you, Robyn, we just got done filming last week in Colorado. And so by the time this airs, these episodes, a lot of them at least, will be already out. But we had 6 great conversations with different people about life and about the sanctity of life, and amazing topics. Where can they watch these episodes, Robyn? Are there? I know they said social media, so probably just on the Focus on the Family Facebook page, maybe.
Yes, actually, we'll be on Focus's Facebook page, but also on YouTube. And Amy, thank you for bringing that up. That is probably one of the biggest endeavors we've ever done at Focus. And so we did 6 digital episodes, each episode talking about different parts of the truth about life. We talk about when conception, when does that begin, and we talk about pregnancy centers and what they offer. And then Amy, I think one of my favorite episodes was the one when we talked about when the decisions are hard, and listening to those stories of brave men and women who have made a decision for life in the midst of a really, really hard situation. I won't go into it. I don't want to, spoiler alert, but listening to those women and men talk about the choice for life and why it was so important to do that. I don't think there's a dry eye in the house. We even saw Jim Daly, wiping his eyes and saying, oh, my makeup came off. It was amazing to see what they've gone through and the difficulties. And then to, follow that up with people who have a disability, but they don't see themselves as a disability. They see themselves as, again, made in the image of God and a valuable person. And that was a thrill for me to hear. So all of those will start airing July 15th. It'll be every Friday night for 6 weeks leading up to the big event, which is right there in your home state. We'll be in Dallas, Texas, at the American Airlines Center. Yes, inside. Thank you, because it's August in Texas.
Yeah, you don't want to die in August.
Yeah, I said I would know, probably. But August 28th at the American Airlines Center, big event, and we're so thrilled. We are partnering with the Bridge Grace again, and I agree. You are our favorite as well, and so we'll be doing a packing party. And that's an opportunity for us to introduce our constituency to what you all do every single day when you're working with churches. And it's just a beautiful picture of how a church can get involved and really come alongside that young woman. So lots of fun events for families. We'll have a really short program with a couple speakers. Jim Daly will be our host, and then we'll have an hour-long concert with Matthew West. And for anyone who's listening to this podcast, you are welcome. You can come be our guest. Come do a love box with Embrace Grace and our staff, and we're really excited. And so the episodes, again, will start July 16th, every Friday night leading up to the big event, and they'll be on YouTube and Focus on the Family's Facebook page.
And the big event is August 28th.
That's right, August 28th, 6 p.m. in the evening, and they can go to focusonthefamily.com/CLife21 to register. So we would love to have lots and lots and lots of people. Let's pack the place out, and let's show people that we are partnering together, arm in arm, with Embrace Grace and many other national organizations to stand and be a voice for life at the CLife 21 event.
Yeah, and bring your kids, bring your whole family.
Yes,
it's totally
friends.
free. Register and come visit the Embrace Grace booth and pack a love box. Come say hi to us. We would love it. And even if you want to just talk to us about what can I do in the movement, we've got lots of ideas for you. Or you can just listen to this podcast show and that'll give you ideas too. But for sure, go to CLife. It'll be a great place to just, like, if you've been wanting to jump in but you don't know where, let this be a place to start. Go to the CLife event, and I will be praying that God downloads something into your heart at this event where you just know where to at least get started in serving. And I think you will be so inspired. It's going to be a great night. Focus on the Family doesn't do anything small, and they
That's
do
why they
things
came to
right.
Texas for it.
And I love that a lot of people probably don't even know that Focus on the Family is so involved in the pro-life movement. When you think of Focus on the Family, you think marriage and, healthy marriages and families. But, like, you guys are really amazing, all that you do. So thank you so much, Robyn. You've worked at Focus for how many years?
I've been there for 28 years, 17 of which was all with, I always say I was 10 when I started. So, yeah, 28 years. And I have had the joy of seeing, a couple different departments within the ministry, and love everything. Love what every area that I've been in. But this really was something that I knew God was calling me into, and there was a call, really specific call in my life to get involved in this arena. And Amy, I love your prayer where you say, download something in the hearts of everyone who's listening to this to come be involved. And I think that was one of our goals, with what we were filming last week was, really getting the word out that there's lots of ways people can get involved, lots of pro-life organizations where you can partner with them, you can volunteer for the entire families. I love when I see families getting involved in the pro-life arena, and that is one of the things that I love about Focus, is we are always looking for ways to equip our families to find out where God's working and join Him there. That's one of my favorite Bible studies with Henry Blackaby. And there's just so many ways that folks can get involved. And like you said, this could be a way to kind of that launching off place of ways you can get involved, and different organizations will be there, and it's time to come and chat and ask lots of questions.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Well, Robyn, thank you so much for being on with us today, and we will talk to you soon.
Focus on the Family is such an advocate for the pro-life movement. They are equippers, trainers, encouragers, cheerleaders. I'm so thankful for all that they're doing. And the ultrasound program is not only helping pregnancy centers in an area where they may not have funding or training on their own, but they're saving lives.
Yeah, they really are. And they're on the front lines in how they support, because it's not only just giving sonogram machines to pregnancy centers. It's also the training, making sure that they have enough funding to be able to run it, because you can't just have like a random volunteer do a sonogram. I mean, you have to have an actual
sonograms.
Right, you have to have an actual medical professional, and they could be a volunteer, but that it has to be an actual medical professional. So all the stuff that they do are totally amazing, and I really do hope that you guys come to the CLife event. It's worth flying in for if you're listening from far away, but they're coming to Dallas. It's going to be totally awesome, and so pray about coming. Mark it on your calendar, August 28th. We hope to see you there, and come say hi to us. If you want more ideas on how to get involved in the movement, just go to helporbebrave.com. We would love to help you explore that. And also, please share this podcast with your friends. Subscribe to YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and leave a good review. And we just love you, and we thank you so much. Thank you for helping us make abortion unthinkable. We'll see you next time.